Biomed Central is a strong publisher of open access journals, and Andrew Lumsden and I thought it would be a really good idea to start a journal of neural development because there's so much work in this field and there's no real specialist journal for it. And because of the trend towards the desire for open access publishing, we thought it would be a great opportunity to launch a journal in neural development through Biomed Central. What I work on is the development of the visual system. We've been interested in the development of the visual system from the earliest stages of cells that become committed to form parts of the visual system to the way that those cells hook up once they've become differentiated neurons. All aspects of that process, which encompasses a lot of developmental processes, is within the scope of what we study in our lab. Particularly interested in cell determination and the relationship between cell division and cell determination. The journal is called Neural Development, and the scope of the journal is to understand the mechanisms that are involved in the making of the nervous system. And we're looking at molecular, cellular, behavioral, physiological, all those kind of techniques apply to understanding how the nervous system forms in an embryo. This is the first journal that really is focused on the idea of neural development. And so if you're working in that field, this is the journal that you should publish in. The reasons for publishing in neural development are that they can be assured of high quality reviewing. We have the top developmental neurobiologists on our editorial board. We have fast review times. We can publish their paper as they want it published, and we'll make sure that it reaches the highest standards in the field. We want to publish really good developmental neurobiology, and we don't care how long the paper is. We want to get the good stuff out there. So if they want to get the good stuff out there, this is where they should publish. There's a journal called Development that a lot of people know about, which is pretty molecular mechanisms of development, and lots of people publish their neural development stuff in the journal Development. But we'd like to focus on neural development, the same kind of mechanisms, molecular genetic mechanisms of the development of the nervous system, and put it all into one open access journal. One of the features of developmental studies nowadays is that people are becoming more and more able to look at development as it happens, to look into embryos, to make time-lapse movies of things happening. Neural development is really specializing in trying to help people publish that material by making clickable movies. There's the article there and there's a picture, but the picture can be animated so that you can see the data that the researchers got over time. And that's really important in this field, and we want to make that more available to the publishers and to the readers. The thing that I think will really be appealing to quite a lot of younger people, graduate students and postdocs who might be interested in being authors on papers in neural development, is the fact that every paper comes with its own title page, own cover page for the journal. So the words neural development and the title of the paper will be written, the authors, and it will be just like having a cover for every paper. So that's really good when you're sending out your CV and works to potential jobs for them to see a cover page. The benefits of open access publishing, in my opinion, are the fact that once your paper is published, it becomes immediately accessible to everyone free. That's the main thing. The other key benefits, as I see it, are that the way that we're publishing is that there is no page limit on the journal, so you can publish the whole work If it has 15, 20 figures, several movies, it's all publishable on one thing. Then if people need to print it, of course they can, but immediately it's available to the community. That's the main thing. Well, publishing is moving towards open access. I think a lot of people would like to have their work, as soon as it's published, accessible to the broad community. The government and the funding agencies are also strongly supporting open access publication and putting pressures on publishers who are trying to fight that and jack up their prices. So having an open access journal from the start seems to be a really good idea in order to short circuit all the worries that you have to go through with other journals. And if we can get the get the best papers in the field coming into neural development where they should come, then it's going to be great for the field. Reaching people in countries that have poor access and universities that have poor access to the hard journals, the expensive journals, is really important. Some of those people are doing interesting work. Some of those people are teaching future generations of developmental biologists, inspiring them. Without access to the journals, they have trouble keeping abreast of the field. So an open access journal like this, where someone in India or China can click on and get the recent paper, is really key to advancing and spreading the word of developmental neurobiology and how the science is done, and inspiring the next generation of developmental neurobiologists.